Hello everyone. So this is the second question from job cost sheet. See the question. Material cost of a job number 101 is 12,000 and direct labor cost, that is labor cost, is 8,000. So directly they have given the material cost, labor cost. So write 12,000 and 8,000. Then factory overhead is 20% of the factory cost. So factory overhead cost is not given, but they mentioned it is 20% of factory cost. Then administrative overhead is 16.67% of cost of production. So here also administrative overhead cost is not given. You have to calculate the percentage on cost of production. Then selling and distribution overhead is 25% of cost of sales. What price should be quoted for the job to obtain 20% profit on sales price? Okay, so I'll explain now when we solve this. See the solution here. So we have to write job cost sheet. Job number is 101. Particulars, unit, total, then cost per unit. So at the beginning we'll be writing material and labor. So material is 12,000, labor 8,000. So what you will get if you add material and labor cost? You will get the prime cost. So prime cost will be 20,000. I hope it is clear to you till here. The next step is factory overhead. So factory overhead is 20% of the factory cost. Now question is whether we have factory cost here. We don't have factory cost here, right? Yet to calculate that. So we have only till prime cost. What they mentioned is when the factory cost is 100, okay, when the factory cost is 100, your factory overhead is 20. Clear? When the factory cost is 100, factory overhead is 20. Can you tell me what will be the prime cost then? How to get prime cost? 100 minus 20. It will be 80. Clear till here? I hope it is clear to you. So prime cost, till prime cost you came to know it is 20,000. Now we need to calculate the factory overhead. Okay, we have to calculate the factory overhead, but we don't have factory cost. We need to calculate the factory overhead on the basis of prime cost now. Got it? So 20,000 into 20 by 80. Got it? We have to calculate on the prime cost because 80 will be your prime cost. No? So when we calculating, it should be 20,000 into 20 by 80. Clear? So you will get 5,000. I hope it is clear to you. So for the prime cost, if you add the factory overhead, you will get the factory cost. That is 20,000 plus 5,000 will be 25,000. I hope it is clear to you till here. Okay. Now you can cross check also whether it is correct or not. So what they mentioned, factory cost, the factory overhead is 20% of factory cost. Just if you calculate 25,000 into 20%, that is 20 by 100, you will get 5,000. Clear? 25,000 into 20% if you do, you will get the 5,000 to cross check whether it is correct or not. Next, after factory cost, next which one we have to add? We have to add the administrative overhead. Okay. Now information related to administrative overhead, what we have? Administrative overhead is 16.6% of cost of production. So when you will get cost of production after adding the administrative overhead to the factory cost, you will get the cost of production. But we don't have cost of production, right? Till here we have calculated, till factory cost we have calculated, correct? Now when the cost of production is 100, okay, when the cost of production is 100, your administrative overhead is 16.67, okay, 16.67. Can you tell me what will be the factory cost then? So factory cost will be 100 minus 16.67, it will be 83.33. I hope it is clear to you. So you will get 83.33. Got it? Now factory cost is 25,000. We need to calculate the administrative overhead based on the factory cost. On factory cost, it will be 25,000 into 16.67 divided by 83.33. Okay, please calculate that. So when you calculate, that is 25,000 into 16.67 divided by 83.33, you will get 5001.20. So make it approximation. Okay, you will get 5001.20. Make it approximation, you will get 5001. Clear? So for the factory cost, if you add the administrative overhead, you will get the cost of production, that is 30,001. I hope it is clear to you till here. Till cost of production is done. Now, what about the selling and distribution overhead? Selling and distribution overhead is 25% of cost of sales. So what it says, when the cost of sale is 100, your selling and distribution overhead is 25. So what will be the cost of production? 100 minus 25 will be 75. Got it? So how to calculate the selling and distribution overhead? On cost of production, it will be 30,001 into 25 by 75. So you will get 10,000.33. You will get 10,000.33. Make it approximation. It will be 10,000. Clear? So for the cost of production, if you add the selling and distribution overhead, you will get the cost of sales. So that will be the total cost. I hope it is clear to you till here. Right. Okay. See the last step, the calculation of the profit. Now what they mentioned, what price should be quoted for the job to obtain 20% profit on sales price. So what it is, if the selling price is 100, your profit is 20. Okay, when the selling price is 100, your profit is 20. Then what will be the total cost? 100 minus 20, it will be 80. Got it? So when you're calculating the profit on the cost, it will be 40,001 into 20 by 80. Clear? So you will get 10,000. I hope it is clear to you. 40,001 into 20 by 80, you will get 10,000.25. So make it approximation, you will get 10,000. Clear? Now for the total cost, if you add the profit, you will get the selling price. So that is 40,001 plus 10,000. It will be 50,001. Got it? I hope it is clear to you. So if you like the video, press like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you.